Hey, happy Monday everyone, and welcome to today's live. I hope you're all doing well. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. Hey to everyone in the chat. Hey Tia, hey Country, Sruthi, Positive Bear. Quick reminder of how I read during these lives for anyone who might be watching the replay, or if you're new here. I'm an energy reader and I read intuitively for the questions I'm drawn to. If you'd like to be considered for a reading, please submit your name, like, number and question via the pinned link. The more context and detail you share, the deeper and clearer the reading can be. I don't read yes, no, general or timeline questions, and I don't cover pregnancy, health or legal. There will be a few prompts as well coming through, just some community questions. Thank you for sharing, Sruthi, who has answered for anyone here. So Monday reflections, what are you ready to leave behind from last week? So any energies, behaviors, anything that comes up, please do share in the chat, share with the group with the intention to leave this behind. Shruthi says from last weekend, I would say procrastinating. Thanks for sharing, Susie. Hey Nat, hey Philia, hey Yagma. Let's get into it then. Take a deep breath, center our energy. Let's be open to the messages that Spirit has for us today as we enter the Seer Circle. And I'm using my Neon Tarot deck today. So first up we have Positive Bear. Grabbing your question, Positive Bear. Give me a shout out that you're here. I've seen Positive Bear in the chat. There you go, I'm here, awesome. So Positive Bear asks, I want to know what is coming towards me. I want to know, is there anything good coming towards me regarding love and money? So that's two questions there. It's just one question per person, but let's just see what is coming towards you energy wise in the near future, and we'll see what that's focused on, what Spirit wants to let you know about. Spirit, what is coming towards Positive Bear in the near future? News, information, Page of Swords is something new, something that will bring you clarity. Maybe something that you've been, what area of your life have you been lacking clarity, that you wanted change, you wanted movement. This information from the Page of Swords will then inform your next decisions and your next steps. Let's keep going. It can sometimes, because it's swords, communication, information, news, it can be something of a surprise, like something that has been missing, and that piece of information comes through to you and you go, okay, I didn't know that. That's surprising, or that changes things, and it might change your direction. Let's see if we can gain more. Is this job? Is this career? Is this love? You know, what area will this affect, Spirit? Something that is emotionally unfulfilling for you. So if that's, tell what resonates with that, Positive Bear. If that's connection that you're in, if it's the work that you're in, what this information, this news is going to do, it's going to push you forward into walking away from something, from someone, a situation that is emotionally unfulfilling. 8 of Cups is that realization, that final kind of push of going, this is it's never going to be what I want it to be. It's never going to emotionally fulfill me. And that final kind of push that sometimes we need, to walk away. And that's why often this swords news can cut through. It can even hurt. It can even be like something negative that you find out about a person, or it could be at work that you find out some things are changing that are really not good for you, that you don't agree with, or some kind of negative experience even at work. But ultimately it kind of pushes you on and gives you that final push to find that courage to realize this is never going to be what I want it to be, and I have to go searching and get out there. So there is change on the horizon here for you, positive bear, okay? So I hope that resonates. I'm glad you like the deck, Yagma. Yes, I see what you mean by that old comic book style, the neon colours. Okay, moving on. Sruthi, my love. Just grabbing your question. Please feel free to share with the group prompts. So whilst you're waiting for your reading, Monday reflections, what are you ready to leave behind from last week? Any behaviours, any feelings that we got caught up in, energies that we want to close the door on. A soul question. What does your intuition keep nudging you towards lately? So any intuition messages that you might be getting, please share them in the chat. Hey, Sruthi. I'm just getting your full question. Sorry, I've sort of chopped this up a bit. So Sruthi asks, what is coming towards in terms of career? I am now unemployed, preparing for exams. Okay, big change there, Sruthi. To get a central government job, but also applying for a job and hearing no responses. Okay, thank you, Seer, for all your previous readings. You're the best tarot reader. You're very welcome, Sruthi. Thank you for your kind words. Let's see what's happening career then. Hey, Nat, nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Okay, what's coming towards Sruthi in career, please, Spirit? Ooh, an offering. So it will come through, Sruthi. So if this feels like a job offer. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, potential, money coming back in. So if you continue, I know obviously it's something that you are, you're focused, you're preparing for your exams, but you're also applying for jobs and hearing no responses. So this really is the promise. Whenever this comes through, Pentacles, it's about 3D issues, it's about material issues, work, money, career. So it's a direct message to say, look, here it is, the offer. So we just need to be, with Pentacles energy, as always, consistent. It may take a while maybe to come through, because the Pentacles can often require patience. But this to me is really like a very good omen. It will happen. It will come through. So trust that process, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Anything else for Sruthi? Direct message, clear, simple, not complicated. I don't do yes, no questions, but if I did, then this will be a yes, yeah? We've just got to stand our ground. So maybe this is about managing stress, feeling like maybe this is how you're feeling now, kind of a bit overwhelmed. 7 of Wands is when we may feel pressure from others. We may feel pressure about from preparing for your exams, putting a lot of pressure from yourself. More wands again. They can't go a reading at the minute for Sruthi without some wands. I feel like probably this pressure is coming from internally from you, Sruthi, maybe being unemployed, that it can feel like that we need to get a job kind of immediately. There's no time to kind of breathe and take space. It's not like that you're doing nothing. It's like you are doing something very important, preparing for your exams, planning for your future. It will come through. It may take a bit of time. In the meantime, try not to stress yourself out too much. And this is very much, this card is about boundaries. So setting clear boundaries with what you can do. So maybe if you say, okay, I'm going to look on what jobs are available, I'm going to apply if necessary, and then I'm going to try and forget about it and put that aside. If you're getting external, same with your exams and your preparation, maybe it can spill out into that you feel like it's kind of never ending how much preparation that you can do. But try and set clear boundaries of, okay, I'm going to study and I'm going to prepare for this section of the day, and then I'm going to switch off, do something that I enjoy, do something that will take my mind off it. If other people are pressuring you or nagging on you to, get another job, or putting pressure on you about your exams, again, set boundaries with them. This card's all about boundaries. Shruti says, I think in 2026 all my readings will have wands. I agree. Shruti says, yeah, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, so that combination, trust in the process, the promise that the job will come through. In the meantime, managing stress, setting boundaries, wherever that pressure is coming from, push back on it, stand your ground. You're welcome. Hey, unknown to the world. Yeah, if you just, I can see I've got your question here, so thank you for posting. Okay, Nat, my love, you are next. Just give me a shout that you're here. Nat asks, what's coming up in love? A stable offer. Thanks, Nat. Spirit, please bring a message through for Nat. What's coming through in love with regards for a stable offer? Ooh, nice. 9 of Pentacles. This is you, very Virgo energy, shining bright though, in her power. Yeah, dressed well. I feel like this is how you're kind of going to be perceived. It is kind of about focusing your energy, keep filling your own cup, keep sort of building your own confidence in a way. So I feel like this is what's going to magnetize this secure offer to you, and it's about that kind of taking care of yourself, thinking about putting effort into ourselves. Maybe you already do this, Nat, but particular attention. Sometimes when we're busy and stuff, it can get lost in what am I trying to say? It's like putting that extra time into thinking about what you're wearing, doing your hair, doing your makeup, so that you feel good when you kind of go out and that you interact with other people, that you've got that confidence. You're bringing this kind of Nine of Pentacles energy, this very elegant, very well presented, poised kind of energy, which I think is kind of you, Nat, at your best, shining, thriving. Maybe you're in this energy already. If not, then this is kind of lean into it and focus on that. And I feel like it's almost like, feels like this is the invitation, the relationship that just kind of lands on your hand here, like a quiet invitation that you draw in. This person is very magnetic. Can you tell me anything about who will be magnetizing when we tap in, tune in to our Nine of Pentacles? Ooh, the Hierophant, so definitely a stable offer. The Hierophant is, again, Virgo energy, but it's very, I feel like it's the energy that aligns with you. You're ready for something serious. You're ready for something stable. We're saying yes to all of that energy, and we're rejecting and sending away, repelling anything less than. The Hierophant is about following the rules. It's about taking things step by step. It can be a card of marriage as well. So we just need to embody this energy to help bring this energy through. I haven't got anyone's specific energetic signature. It feels very much about being magnetic and sending this out into the universe and drawing this in. But it is very encouraging and saying it's very possible, because we have Pentacles, which is earth energy, which is stable. And we have the Hierophant, which is also very stable. It's like the Hierophant is not, it's quite a serious energy. It's about commitment. It's about doing things the right way. And then we have two people here, which I think represents your energy and whoever this person's energy is. I hope that resonated. Nat says, I'm trying to be making some changes and doing self-care. Yeah, that's what I felt like was very strong. Because it's so easy to kind of forget that and maybe let that it's something about because I notice it in myself, even sort of as a Virgo, that I enjoy that kind of self-care process, and how it really kind of changes your energy if we kind of present yourself well, and then you're able to sort of confidently move through the world, really, in a giving out a more positive energy and giving that energy out, and then people are attracted to that. Even if we're going somewhere that doesn't feel very important, but it's like a very strong message out to the universe going, I'm here, this is what I'm attracting, I'm confident, I'm poised, I'm elegant, I look good, I feel good, and then I'm bringing in that Hierophant energy. Those, at the moment, I feel like that's what can help shift this for you, Nat. Okay, I'll leave it there. I'm glad it resonated. Okay, next up we have Philly, my love. If you are here, please give us a shout. No, Philia maybe. Samreen, are you here? I don't think I've seen Samreen. Oh, hey, Philia. Okay. Let me grab your question. So Philia asks, can you tell me what's coming towards me in March in love specifically, please? And thank you. So let's have a look at March energies for you, focusing on love, Philia. Ooh, Knight of Wands. So someone coming towards you, this Knight of Wands energy. Wands is about passion, Wands is about heart's desires, and this can be communication, someone reaching out to you. So I don't know if this is Eric's energy. The Knight of Wands is someone who is really kind of follows their heart and follows their emotions. It's ruled by fire energy, so it can be impulsive, yeah, even reckless. So expect that. Be prepared for this Knight of Wands to come charging in and make some kind of declaration of love, a declaration of love, basically an expression of how they feel. The Knight of Wands, like I say, acts on impulse, acts on feelings. They don't really think about the consequences. That happens later. Or if there's someone else, your existing partner, this could even be Philia. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't with that. But that you can expect a declaration, if I can speak, of love coming through with this Knight of Wands. Pull another card just to try and get more info on this. This could be good. This could be what you're waiting for. If you are waiting for news, waiting for clarity, waiting for someone to tell you how they feel, then this is that happening with this Knight of Wands in March. It's like they can't contain their feelings anymore. They have to communicate. They have to let you know what's going on with them. Then we have this Nine of Pentacles again. And this is, I think, this is how they see you. Someone, they're very drawn to you. They're very attracted to you. You are their kind of ideal. The Nine of Pentacles is a person's energies, just like I was saying to Nat, is very attractive, is very magnetic. She's very put together, this person. And they kind of have the energy a bit as well of like, I will do fine with or without you. Yes, I like you, but I don't need you. It's that kind of energy. So maybe Spirit is coming through as well with this card to say, this is kind of your part that you play in it. I feel like stay poised, contain your energy, do what's right for you, look after yourself as well in this situation. When this person's energy comes through, we kind of need to stay composed and bring this Nine of Pentacles energy in. So take it in, what they have to say, but do what's right for you. Yeah, you don't owe this person anything. You don't have to react to what their feelings are. Kind of almost take in what they have to say, what they have to express before really responding or taking any action. You don't have to respond from their impulsiveness or their expression with a similar kind of energy. That's what I feel like's been said here. It's kind of you need to protect yourself and protect your energy and do what's right for you. So I hope that resonates, hope that makes sense. It does seem like you and Aries, yeah. He's an Aries, right? Okay, so that's fire energy. So I would, so breaking it down, you can expect something to come through from him, and I think take it in, and then be wise what you do with that information. Yeah. Keep us posted, Philia. Hope that resonated. Samreen, are you here, my dear? I don't think you are. I don't think I've seen Samreen. I'll do a call out for her anyway. Samreen! You're welcome, Philia. Tia Beer, my love. I've seen Tia. Just wait for her to give me a shout. Just let me know that you're here. Hey Tia, my love, thank you. So Tia asks, still no contact, but I've had plenty of dreams of me and the Pisces. Nice, speaking. Curious what actions he would make this week. Okay. I'm going to take that. Let's focus on this week specifically from your Pisces and their actions. Are we going to see movement? Oh, wow. So this is the card that dropped out. Two of Cups. Connection is still there. Reflected really in your dreams as well. I often think that we're actually, when we dream of someone, it kind of has a different energy sometimes to it, these dreams, when you actually meet them, you're meeting them in a different, in a different dimension, on a different energy plane, whatever you want to call it, in the dream time. But you are still connecting here. The connection is very much alive. It's ongoing. It was never broken. It never, we're not in contact. But energetically, it feels like, I get this strong sense. It's almost, it's weird. It's like as if nothing's changed. This bond was never broken. So if that resonates for you, Tia, and if these dreams are resonating for you with that, where it feels kind of very real and like you are actually talking, you are actually communicating with them still in the dream, then that is happening, just on a different plane. Yeah. Oh, here we go. And then this is an offer. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Now, we always remember this is they are reflecting and thinking and working up to communication, I think, an offer of reaching out to you, which will spill into actually happening, communication coming through, but it's still almost like balanced in their hands. Can you see how it's almost ready to sort of tip and roll, it feels like, towards you? So they're on the precipice, I believe, of communication and reaching out to you. One more, because I'm nosy. Oh, there we go. And there it says, here it is. That is the offer. That is communication. Actually manifesting is real. It's wands, it's passion, it's heart's desires. It's coming from an emotional place. This is him thinking about doing that, preparing, gathering his thoughts, maybe collecting his thoughts, thinking about what he's going to say, thinking carefully, really piecing it together, composing a text message, asking to have, to speak with you, to have a conversation. And then this is it actually happening. I always felt like that you would hear from him again. I feel like this is confirming that. And this is your bond that is alive. So actually very positive, really nice spread, really nice energies. which I hope you can see and hope that you can feel as well. Nice. Keep us posted as always, Tia. Country, my love. Let me know that you are here. You're welcome, Tia. Yeah, keep us posted. Oh, sorry. Messing up there. Right. Country asks, what's the energy surrounding me entering the workforce again? I've read your question for Country, just to let you know. And it's so difficult with those, what you've mentioned, Country. I have had some personal experience with that. It is challenging. Let's see what's going on, yeah? First and foremost, Ace of Cups. And what I heard straight away, Country, is self-care. That's come up a few times today, actually. Filling your cup. And you've kind of been forced into a position where you have to do that, where like you can only push yourself so far. Not to say that over time and in the future further down the line that can't change. But circumstances sometimes and our bodies can force us to do that. It can set very strict boundaries, very what feels like and I suppose is in a way like restrictions, tough restrictions, and that can take a lot of there's a lot of emotional and mental struggle with that, because particularly in culture, in most cultures and societies, we're always told to push ourselves to succeed. We're taught to push ourselves and go beyond our limits, physically, mentally, emotionally. You know, it's all about more, and having to really give every part of yourself, to work in a way. People are having to do that just to survive. But when our body kind of stops cooperating, it forces us to reassess and to fill our cup. So I feel like that's maybe an ongoing thing that you're learning and having to deal with and being faced with. And that's a long journey. And to really, self-care isn't about a face mask and a bubble bath. Real self-care is about resting. It's about setting boundaries with people where we can, about what we can give, and not really overextending ourselves to give too much, really, to whatever it is, a person, a job. But that's not to say that we can't still pursue our dreams and our passions, but we may have to just go a different route and think outside the box to make that happen. I'm going to keep going. So the World card is about that. I feel like new opportunities will be presented to you, country. The World is about cycles ending and new cycles beginning. The World card asks us to close out old cycles fully and correctly. Good endings make for good beginnings. And the new cycle, so things may look different to what maybe you had initially planned or hoped things would go. So we're kind of catching up with getting to grips with what's our new point of view, what's our new path. And I feel like this World card, it still kind of has that sense of flow. It doesn't compromise, as long as it doesn't compromise your self-care, as long as it doesn't compromise and push you too much to overextend and push yourself, then new cycles, new beginnings, new opportunities will arrive. And all the kind of the guidance is to check in with yourself. You know, is this possible within my limitations? Does this fit in with my life? Does this fit in with what I need? But still allowed to open up to sort of new career paths, new financial growth. It's somehow about keeping as well, I'm hearing this World card, like a sense of flow. And things may have changed quite drastically for you, but new opportunities will still come your way. But it just may look very different to what you maybe thought your original path looked like. Final card. Oh, entrepreneurial route. Exactly, country. Yeah, that was my thought as well about. Then it's your own path, yeah. It's a trickier path often, but it can have more reward. And for people with, you know, who need flexibility, like if you've got children and stuff, more and more that's happening, isn't it? Working from home, having children. Ever since COVID, obviously with the working from home and how life-changing that's been for people, it's really kind of opened a door that can't be closed. And then it feels like actually things can progress quite quickly once you can tap into, once the right opportunity comes along, because it aligns with you, because you're not overextending yourself, then you won't have those setbacks that maybe you would experience when you connect to something that's unsustainable. If you can tap in, tune in and select into something that works for you, then things can actually move quite rapidly and you can have some rapid growth and some success. Wands as well is about, you know, feeling actually about following your passions, country, as well. So I know you've done some entrepreneurial stuff in the past and projects, and it's about kind of committing to the one that resonates for you most, maybe the one where you found most success, the one that resonates with a customer, you know, with them, with the world. And then I feel like things can move quite quickly. But the very, very thing that you need to keep coming back to is Ace of Cups. Your cup being full, so that you don't get wiped out, so that you don't get those setbacks. I hope that resonated. Very different from your plans, yeah. Can be really hard to deal with, to have to completely pivot, and can take time, obviously, to connect with the thing that works for you. I don't know, obviously I know that you have tried entrepreneurial stuff before, and maybe revisiting yeah, just where you found the most success, what worked for you the best. Okay, Eco 7, my love. Are you here? Hey Eco, thank you. So Eco says, I was offered a freelance translator job this June. Awesome. Would this freelance work disrupt my startup career goal? Okay, let's have a look. I think if you can stay balanced, then no. It's almost a little bit like with what we're talking about with country there, with that Ace of Cups. If it would overextend you, I think it's important to look at it, to be brutally honest with yourself at the very start, to say, would this overextend me? Would this add in too much to your plate, I suppose? Because cups, again, it's about, I feel like, because you are a creative person, Eco 7, which we've talked about before, and about kind of respecting the talent, honouring your gift, and making sure that you've got enough energy to have your cup filled, yeah, in order to be creative, in order to produce and do what you do. So that's at the forefront. Queen of Cups, it's like, it's a creative, it's on a creative level, it's on a soul level, it's on an emotional level. I'm going to keep going for more info. And this queen, to me, what I'm kind of drawn to with this is she's kind of studying this very carefully. So maybe it's something that you need to really think seriously about. Is your intuition, you know, your intuition will be trying to speak to you, to tell you, to communicate if this is the right or wrong thing to do. But this isn't just something, it feels like an important decision in a way, because we don't want you to be derailed. And it might be tempting maybe to think, oh yeah, I can do this, no problem. But understand that, you know, it will take more energy from you. So let's get a bit more clarity on that, because I think it's telling you, it's advising you how to reflect on it, to respect and honour your creative cup. Ooh. The Wheel of Fortune. A change of fate. A lucky opportunity. Major Arcana. Tell me more, Spirit. This gets more and more intriguing, I feel like, the more cards I fill. I really feel like well, what we need to do, I feel like we do need to prioritize your startup career project, or yeah. And the Wheel of Fortune tells me, I think, that opportunities, successes, things could speed up, things could change, things could grow, and we mustn't give up on this project. This is the main thing. This is where your focus needs to be. Only you can maybe answer the question if you have enough energy to give to this other project. Do not do it at the detriment of your creative resources. Sometimes this does mean making difficult decisions and maybe saying no to other opportunities. If you don't have to do it, I kind of maybe feel like don't do it. If you feel like you have got enough in the tank, then no harm done. Just make sure that we are prioritizing the creative startup project. Here's some anxiety and pressure that is coming from somewhere, from this Eight of Swords. It's a prison of our own making. Are we putting pressure on ourselves that we need to do more than what we're already doing? Are we not already doing enough? So that's a question to ask yourself. Is that where this is coming from? I kind of feel like maybe this Eight of Swords is an internal pressure, maybe even external from other people, to kind of maybe say that you need to do more. So check that this side project, this side job, is not coming from this place that you're not doing enough. Because I feel like you are doing enough. And going back to that, respecting the creative process and how much energy and work actually that takes. If you can honestly and genuinely say that you've got enough energy in the tank to do it, then that's fine. But don't underestimate that it will take a chunk of energy. And to keep prioritizing the art, and don't give in to internal pressures to do too much. Or maybe sometimes it can be easy if the art project is going slow, the art career, is going slow. Maybe we have doubts as well that, like, is it going to happen? So we feel like we have to do something else, and maybe that we're giving up on this. Anyway, I could keep going, but I'll stop there. Eco 7, yes, freelance seems easy set up and very tempting, exactly, yeah, but not sure how a side job will play a part. So I think that's what the message is. It's like, even though it sounds easy, all these things do actually take, when it comes to it, take effort, take energy, take away from what we're already doing. If you've got enough, then yes. I mean, you could try it. Can you back out and leave if it doesn't work? But yeah, it will take time and energy away from what you're currently doing. So just be really brutally honest with yourself if you have that time and energy spare. Yeah, prioritize. Okay, Yagma, my dear, are you here? Hey Yagma, awesome. I'm going to post your question now. Okay, so Yagma says, hello Seer. I reached out to Jay. It's a long list, unknown to the world, yes. You're next actually, so hang on, hang in. You're after Yagma. I think it's not always, it's not accurate with those updates, even though a lot of people have obviously been read for and have probably left. But anyway, know that you're after Yagmer, unknown. So Yagmer asks, hello Seer, I reached out to Jay, and after him being silent for a few days, he said he is okay with start talking again. We texted like we never had a fallout, then he disappeared once again. Oh dear. Can I ask why he did that? Like, I thought we still had a mutual interest in each other, so am I really confused? Thanks a lot for everything, Seer. Love you. Awesome. Let's have a look, Yagmer. Let's have a look at their energy. So Ace of Wands is, there is feelings here, okay? There is, I feel like this is, like you said, almost really, that we've kind of gone back to the beginning. The Ace of Wands is a new beginning, and has potential. And there is feelings here, there is desires here, and there is passions here, all with wands, which is fire. Now, the shadow side to fire energy or to wands energy is that it can be in and out, it can be unreliable, and it can be flighty. It's almost like feelings, passions, emotions that are not grounded. If you can imagine, you know, like a fire or a flame, how that might act, that it can be, you know, blown in the wind this way and that. And if it's not contained or grounded in a way, like I'm kind of imagining like a fire pit or something that it's protected by, it can go in and out, like it can rise and it can fall, the fire can go out. And it feels like that's what their energy is like. I don't know if they're just like this as a person in general, or if this is where they're at the moment energetically. But it's like there is an attraction here, which is why that they do connect with you, they do communicate with you, but then they get distracted by maybe other there may be other connections, that they're talking to other people. There can also be an immaturity here as well, Yagmer. So that's something that where they're at, there's something, it doesn't have to be about specifically about age, it's more about someone's character or their spirit, that they have. There is an immaturity often with one's energy as well, but it's giving unreliable, it's giving in and out. So is that something that you want to spend your time on? You can obviously wait this out to see if it becomes more grounded, but that's really what needs to happen in order for this to be able to progress, to be able to build in something more long lasting. But that's what's going on now. There are feelings there, there is attraction there, there are passions there, but despite all that, it's a flighty in-out energy that they are giving. Oh, look at this. More of this. So Knight of Wands, this is specifically telling me more that their energy. So this is Jay. So I think Spirit is just doubling down on that, is just saying this is who you're dealing with, this is where they're at. Knight of Wands. So, like I say, this is a energetic check-in now, Yagma. Things can change, but there is something in here about needing to protect your peace when dealing with a Knight of Wands energy. Yeah. And what I would say is you don't have to close the door on this person. It doesn't have to be a very hard and fast rule or a strict rule about what you do. But what I would say is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So look to make other connections, look to date outside of this, to text, to communicate, however you would, to be social, to go on dating apps, whatever, however you would go about meeting and making new connections, new friendships, staying busy, distracting yourself from this. We don't have to close the door on this. We don't have to ignore this person, go no contact, get into all that. You don't have to do that. But just let them do them. Understand that this is where they're at. They're only able to offer this Knight of Wands energy right now to you, to anyone. It's not specific to you. They do have feelings for you. They are attracted to you. That is real. Believe that. But they're just not in a place where they're going to offer you anything substantial right now, or anything that you can really rely on. So don't be on their string. Yeah, don't be a puppet on the string to them. Just know that that's who they are right now. It could change. And pursue other opportunities so that we have other options, we have other choices. You might already be doing that, but if you're not, do that. Yeah, even if you don't feel like it. Okay, I hope that resonated, Yagma. So, unknown to the world. Just give me a shout if you are still here. So tell me a little bit more about Henry, okay? So context is everything here. Just so I can connect with your energy, to connect with your situation, unknown. So you're saying, what is Henry's feelings for me today? I want to know if he has regrets for causing me to lose my job. So he can bring back a girl that he has an affair with. So that, what does that mean? Yeah, keep us posted, Yagma. Is Henry a colleague? Is he is this a romantic situation? Okay, so Henry is a doctor. You were his assistant and you were fired from your job on Saturday. Ah, okay, so he's having an affair with a former assistant who fired you so you could bring back Melissa. I understand, okay. Oh dear. Well, what I would say first, before I ask the cards, unknown, is that sounds like a toxic situation that is not a good thing to be a part of. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like grounds for unfair dismissal as well, if you would, if there is any kind of HR route that you can go down. Obviously that's, let's see what Spirit has to say. Guidance, yeah. Let's see where Henry's at. I know you said what's his energy, so we'll do an energy check-in with him. Any regrets, etc. There is a harshness here in Henry. the 5, look at this. This is like all that conflict in a picture there. This is the 3 of you. This is Henry, you having to walk away, or maybe this is you at the back here. And then we've also got Melissa somewhere in this picture. But there's almost a smile here on their face with Henry, yeah? 5 of Swords is about conflict. It's about arguments. It's about this, just the kind of toxic situation really that you've described to me. Okay, unknown. So, and it's about with the swords as well. So with the swords on the light side, the swords are about truth. They're about cutting to the heart of the matter. But the shadow side of swords is that when someone can be very ruthless, which Henry has been, and just cut you off essentially from this situation, from this position, cut you loose to be selfish, to get what he wants, to make that work. So I don't see that he has regrets. I feel like the whole, like how he's done this is reflects and exposes him as a character, that this is who he is, that he doesn't really have that much compassion or empathy, which is scary if he's a doctor, for others, and that he's really prepared to just kind of be ruthless, to make these harsh decisions, cut people off, to kind of just get what he wants, to get where he wants. So what I would say here is I understand, unknown, that it's kind of a painful situation and very upsetting for you, but I don't really think this is someone that you want to be around. It's difficult now, but I think that you will be able to move on to a better situation, and that it's really kind of like dodging a bullet in the sense. It's very brutal at the time, but interestingly, 5s as well, they do tend to, like, another opportunity may be presented to you quite quickly elsewhere. This will pass, okay? It feels very intense now, which it is, and it feels very upsetting and toxic now, which it is, all those things, but really you are best free of this situation. Oh, so time to heal for you now with the Hermit. Time to heal your emotions, protect yourself, kind of retreat. The Hermit is exactly how it sounds, kind of go into spending some time on your own to heal, to reflect, to absorb and kind of resolve the situation. And then once you've had time to do that, to process what has gone on, to regroup, and then you'll be able to get back out there, and maybe in the future you'll be able to see that actually it was a good thing to be released from this toxic situation. Okay, I'll leave it there. I hope that resonated. Hey Samreen, no worries, I've got time today actually to read for you if you just hang on. So Diana, my dear, if you are here, you are next. Just let me know that you're here. And then Samreen, last but not least, if you want to hang around, then I'll read for you after Diana. Just give me a thumbs up, Diana, to let me know that you're here. I don't know if thanks, Samreen. Diana, are you here? Maybe not. Samreen, if you're here, I'll read for you now. I don't think Diana's here. So just give me a thumbs up. Is anyone here? Okay, so last call out for Diana or for Samreen. Now, please let me know that you're here. If not, I'll just end the live. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it there then. So thank you all so much for joining today's live. I hope the messages you received brought you clarity, peace, and some inspiration for the days ahead. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. I'll be back on the next live on Friday. I'll open the list on Thursday. So please keep an eye out. That will be posted on the community post. But love and light to everyone and all the best. Catch up Friday.